Alright, I'm going to show you the quick attach front implement system here and why I've got it. All of my front implements have what's called a skid steer quick attach. Each of them make their own John Deere, Coyote, Kubota, but if you get a skid steer, then you could rent pretty much any front implement and put it on your tractor regardless of what kind of tractor you have. So in this case, I'm going to attach the 4-in-1 quick attach bucket, which I leave on there pretty much all the time, because when you're mowing or grading, inevitably you're going to have a log to move, a down tree, a rock, or some ruts to fill in. So anytime I have a front implement here with hydraulic hoses, I like to do this, tape them up and close them up. As soon as I take them off, that just keeps all your dirt and debris out of them and makes it a lot easier when you're hooking them back up. The plugs on the tractor, you should have these plastic rubbery plugs. That helps keep the debris out there. So let's hook this thing up. So I had to take and clean out the corrosion, the clay I mean, in both of these slots there. Clean out the clay, you can see that, and my handle was loose. So it and I shot some lube on it. Now it should go right down pretty easy. You want to double check at the bottom to know that they've gone through. So you see this tab right here. Right there you could see the pin. You see how it's holding down into the lip of the bucket. You want to make sure you're down on both sides that way. Alright, so then when you're about to hook your lines back up here, you need to make sure you let all the hydraulic pressure off. And for most front ends, it's pretty simple. You release all the pressure with your stick, and then there's a little button here that actually controls those front lines. So you release that pressure, and then it should be pretty easy getting the lines on. I usually do the bottom one first so it's out of your way. And make sure you pull on it nice and tight so you know it's locked in. Top one is in. Done deal. I also bungee these lines. I'll show you where I bungee them. Here's a little trick that it took me a while to figure out. I learned the hard way. I bungee them in two spots. I bungee them first right up here on this first bar, and then I bungee them on that second bar. But when I bungee them, I curl that bucket all the way to its maximum curl, so I know that I'm not going to pinch them lines at all. So now that I got it curled all the way down, I'll bungee it in those two spots, and I will now be ready for action. Rock and roll.